welcome to this, our end of year webcast, where I'm delighted today to be joined by David Dyson. Hi, David, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, you're ready for Christmas, getting in the festive mood?
Yeah, nearly.
Hopefully, by the end of this, we'll be a little bit more in the festive mood. Um,
Absolutely.
thank you for taking time to chat today. And I think the plan is to have a little look back at 2024 and also at 2025. Um,
Yes.
David, as head of Cheshire Freemasons, you'll know better than anybody what we're doing as an organisation, generally and specifically in Cheshire. Should we start, as I think we did this time last year, talking about the 7-year strategy launched now, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, indeed it was. And a significant part of that strategy was the membership challenge. And success means that we're either stopping shrinking or that we're indeed starting to grow. And how do we do that? Well, obviously more new members, which takes the form of either initiates or rejoiners, and of course holding on to them when they do join. But most importantly, it's fewer resignations, either from those who've joined or those who've just become a bit disillusioned along the way. We recognise that as an organisation, we need to be relevant, and the strategy encourages us to look at what we're doing both locally and nationally, and to ensure we meet the needs of our members and the community, indeed the communities in which we live. Where are we now? Well, you may recollect 2 years ago in the craft, we were down 86. At the end of last year, we were down just a small amount, it was about 16. In the Royal Arch, we were down 66 when the strategy started. At the end of last year, we were into positive territory, plus about 16. With any luck, resignations are down. And thanks in no small part to the membership team headed by our APGM, Pete Kellett, uh, uh, for these, the improvement in these numbers. I'm pleased to see that lodges are now carrying out multiple ceremonies. And in terms of lodges themselves, they're making it more appealing for members who have left to come back and join us. Another key part of the strategy involves community engagement. And this has been sort of been worked on by UGLE over the last 12 months. And that's about being seen more in the community and helping where we can to support organisations and individuals in need. And last year, and indeed most of the years, we gave 200 to 250,000 to our local communities. This year, we've been out with our branded colourful marquees at least 9 or 10 shows right across the province, giving us the chance to engage with the public, which obviously includes some members, but principally non-members. And speaking to non-members gives us the opportunity to dispel some of the myths that are still out there. But it's great when they come along and talk to us and recognise and say to us what we've done. Thanks for the help we've given to either local scout group, the local hospice, or the local food bank. But we're not complacent. We've learned from what we did in 2024, and we'll be bigger and better in 25. And next year we intend to go to the Cheshire show, so look out for us there.
Been a while since we were at the Cheshire show. It was a good one a few years ago, wasn't it? Very, very busy stand at the time.
Absolutely.
So looking back then at the last 12 months, really, what have been your highlights during 2024?
Well, as you know, we're in festival. I was delighted to announce at the Provincial Grand Lodge meeting in October that we're now over halfway through our target. And I'm pleased to see that contributions are still coming in. And thanks to all the members for the imaginative ways in which they go about raising funds. Keep it up. We've launched a new website both for the public and for our members. And there's been a good take up so far. It's important that we have a website that we believe is relevant in today's marketplace. It is, after all, our showpiece to the outside world. We're continuing to build our relations with the Lady Masons, and now yet another one of our halls, Clifton Road in Birkenhead, is about to open its doors to an OWF lodge. And with any luck, I'll be there to greet them before they hold their first meeting early in the new year. This year, I've attended a number of centenaries in the Craft and the Royal Arch. The two in the craft were Progress Lodge and Darnville Lodge, and in the Royal Arch, Chapter of Industry. We try to do something different at our annual meetings, and Nigel, you're quite heavily involved in that. So in the March was our Royal Arch Provincial Grand Chapter meeting, held at the fine venue of the Stockport Town Hall. And October saw us back in New Brighton at the Craft annual general meeting, where we had nearly 600 people attending, and we called off and we invited in around about 60 candidates in waiting, entered apprentices, and fellow crafts to give them a taste of the kind of things that we do. We've streamlined our support services, and when we think of our support services, we naturally think of Liz, but don't forget there's Steve as well, and they're supported by a whole team of volunteers. So a big thanks to Liz and everyone involved. You know who you are for helping with the running the province. We've been to the QCs, the UGLE, and at the Supreme Grand Chapter meetings. I've been overwhelmed by the support that we've had. Most times we go down there, the pro or the first Grand Principal announces how many numbers have come down from Cheshire. And of course, we're going down there, we enjoy the meeting, and then we have a good time afterwards. So it's always great fun when we get down there. This time of year in particular, there's a lot of talk about loneliness and mental health issues. And thanks to the efforts of our provincial Grand Almoner, Jeff Lloyd, we've launched an initiative where we offer support to anyone who needs to talk, who's living through difficult times. We obviously hope that nobody needs to call on those services, but it's good to know that they're there if they're needed. And for me, what's great about this job is going out to the lodges and chapters, seeing the members enjoying themselves, having a good time. And I'd like to thank all those lodges and chapters that hosted me over the last 12 months. I know that for the secretaries and scribes, when we turn out, it can be a bit of a nightmare, but thanks for what you do when we do come out.
Keep everybody busy when you and the provincial team attend, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
So obviously a very busy year. Now, I believe, I could be mistaken, but I think it's been mentioned a few times over the year that 2025 might be a bit special for the province of Cheshire. So I wondered what you could tell us about what's coming up in the next 12 months.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's the province of Cheshire's Tercentenary. We are 300 years old. We are the oldest province in the Constitution. And if there are any non-Masons watching this, a province, in our case, basically means the county of Cheshire. So we've got a very, very busy year ahead of us, and we want to do this justice.
And
so,
what I was going to say, what's lined up?
Well, we've got the cathedral service in June, a service of Thanksgiving. Later in that same month, we've got a trip to London for Lodge Room number 10, where we will be initiating 2 live candidates a la 1759 style in costume dress. So that should be interesting. And the Pro Grandmaster is going to attend both of those meetings. We'll be consecrating a new special interest lodge, St Hubert's Lodge, which is a shooting lodge. The petition was delivered to London, and I'm delighted to say that we've had word back that this has been approved, and now it's just the admin side to get the warrant paid for and delivered. And we've commissioned an extremely fine jewel, which can be worn in perpetuity at a cost of only £40, which I'd like to encourage all our members to wear with pride over the coming years.
Did have had a letter out from the office about that, haven't we? Where people can do a pre-order. I think the idea is to pre-order and then get them delivered to everybody early in the new year. I know I've got mine on order, so looking forward to that. We can perhaps pop a little link in when we post this video. We can pop a little link in the kind of preamble that goes with it, and then it'll link people back to the members' website so they can order their jewels. So please do, everybody. As the PGM says, it's a first for UGLE in terms of the province being 300 years old, which makes us the oldest province in the world. So we can wear those jewels with pride.
And I've mentioned four things there, Nigel, but as head of comms, you must have some ideas to what we can do in 2025.
Yeah, we've had to think, haven't we, as a team? Chris Renshaw's working on an initiative at the moment to either add or subtract 300 from the lodge number, and see what number that gives you, see what that lodge is, maybe look at visiting or them visiting us. So hopefully we'll get some new friendships and members going out all across the country. It could be anywhere really. So we're just looking at that now, working that up, and we'll share the details ASAP. We have some selfie frames which have been designed and printed, ready to distribute to the areas, so that people can use them when they're out and about doing things over the next 12 months. Hopefully build up then a bit of a montage, a collage on the website of lots of activity. Hopefully 300 pictures across the year. We're talking to various councils about blue plaque positionings. Obviously, there's lots of things around the province that there will have been a first meeting, first get together, important people where they lived and where they attended certain things. So we're just going through the rules. There's obviously a few hoops to jump through, but we're doing our best. And then you referred to the community engagement and the marquees going out. Sadly, there's quite a few empty shops around where we all live now, but they do give an opportunity for pop-up museums, that kind of thing. So again, we're just talking to various councils about that. Anybody else, obviously, in the province who has ideas, please do let us know. It's your Tercentenary as much as anybody else's. So let us know what you think we could do, and we'll do our best to incorporate it.
Great.
So, David, 300 years in existence, charity obviously a big part of what we do, and I believe there's some exciting news around that as well.
Yeah, at our own charity, Cheshire Freemasons charity, has agreed to support our Tercentenary being around for 300 years by providing 300,000 of grants to local charities, good causes in the province. We've decided to give 30,000 to 10 such causes or charities. And to name a few, not all of them, there's Joshua Tree, Young Minds Matter, Let's Farm, Wirral Hospice St John, and the Christie's Foundation.
It's a phenomenal amount of money, which is exciting to see how that can be put to good use. And I believe you've got you're looking to keep the deputy busy next year as well.
Yeah, the deputy's quite busy, but our deputy, His Honour Judge Simon Medlin, has been selected to present the Prestonian lecture, which is a great kudos for him and for the province, and obviously in our tercentenary year. He's going to deliver the lecture in 4 venues across the country, including at one of our own lodges, Cheshire Provincial Grand Stewards Lodge, which will be on the 4th Saturday of September, I believe.
Yeah, not one to be missed. And can I ask you to do a quick update on Clay Lane?
Yeah, sure. We hope to get the final piece of funding over the line, either just before or just after Christmas, and then building hopefully will recommence early in the new year. It's taken a while, but let's remember, once it's completed, it will be a fantastic venue and one for all of our members to enjoy in the future.
Looking forward to see that open. Now, I said at the start, were you feeling festive? Should we get a little bit more festive?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Well, that's better, isn't it?
Now I'm ready for Christmas.
Now you're ready for Christmas. Good. David, could I, on behalf of the membership, please be one of the first to wish you and your family and loved ones all the very best for Christmas and the new year?
Thank you, Nigel. The same to you and yours. And obviously to all of our members, their families, and their loved ones. And can I just say, cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Merry Christmas, everybody.